because, you know, it doesn't appear that I'm gonna get to play him again as of now, and I'm just so grateful that I got to again, because, you know, the show changed my life. I only did 2 episodes of Supernatural. Obviously, I would have loved to have done more. Had they written more, I think it would have been very, very cool, but they didn't. But you know, it opened up this whole thing, and I've been doing these since 2014, on and off, some years more than others. But I really had to, like, because I got the question all the time, are we going to see Henry again? When's Henry coming back? That kind of thing. And it's, after a while, it starts to feel like a drag, you know, because you start to realize it's not going to happen, you know. And I still held out hope until the end, and it didn't happen, you know. So when Jensen texted me one random Tuesday afternoon, do you have a minute to talk? I said no. Fuck off. No, I was like, yeah, Jensen, call me whenever. And he called me, like, just kind of out of the blue. And, like, I mean, he and I are friendly, but we don't, you know, communicate through the phone very often. And I'd heard that it might happen. I'd heard actually from Elena Huffman, who played Abaddon. She called me one day and or texted me. I was in the car and she asked me or maybe she said, like, congratulations on the Winchesters pilot. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you're doing it, right? And I'm like, I know it's happening, but nobody's, like, reached out at all or anything. I don't know anything. And she said, well, because I just got an audition scene. She was auditioning for Millie. She got an audition for Millie, and in the scene it says Henry Winchester, as played by Gil McKinney, and it's the letter, it's the reading of the letter and all that. And I'm like, so she sent it to me, and I was like, wow. So I was like, so I call my manager, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you something. Like, he hadn't heard anything. Obviously, if he had, he would have told me. So anyway, I just had to be really patient, as I had been for years, and then Jensen finally called, and it was really fucking cool, and I was so excited. I did the VO in the pilot, yeah. Quick story, yeah. So Jensen reached out like a month or so later and was like, we wanted to get like a template of you doing the VO. You know, because they were in the middle of shooting or whatever, but they just want to get like a template to put in when they were starting to edit of me doing the voiceover. And he calls me, and I'm like, buddy, I'm happy to do it, whatever you need, but I've got COVID right now. Like, my whole family, we were down with COVID. It was the only time I've gotten it. But I was holed up in my little home office. I think because I was the first one to get it, and I did the template with COVID. And did like 3 or 4 takes just on my phone and sent them to Jensen, and then you know, a couple months after that, I went into Warner Brothers and actually got to do the real VO. But yeah, it was a dream come true. It was so fun to get to go to New Orleans and shoot. The cast was wonderful. You know, 10 years later, getting to, you know, play Henry again was like, it's phenomenal. And getting to, you know, reunite with John, in a sense, was like really, really cool and emotional and stressful, and I just wanted to do a good job, and it was a long day, and I was exhausted by the end, and Drake was amazing, and Richard Speight was average as a director, but, you know, that's what you're gonna get when you get to, just kidding. That was really, really cool thing, is originally John Showalter was supposed to direct the episode, and that's why when I went to do the voiceover, John Showalter was there, and so he was supposed to direct it, and then they switched him around for whatever reason, scheduling. And so, like a week before I went to New Orleans, Richard texted me. He's like, "Buddy, I'm gonna be down there. I'm directing the episode." So that was really cool, you know. And yeah, dream come true. Thank God it happened, because I wanted it to happen for so long, and I'm very grateful. Thank you.